Okay, so it might not be the most exciting of products, but I've just got a stem here, which I think is probably one of the best stems that you can get, not just in performance, but also value for money. This is a Kalloy Uno, and it is the 7050 model. They do lots of different types, but this is the one that I particularly like. I got this on almost all my bikes, mountain bikes, gravel bikes, and road bikes. It does the job really well. It's light, it's relatively cheap, and the stiffness, it should be enough for pretty much everybody. And I'll just go through some of the details of this now. So I'll open this up. So as it arrives, it'll come from the Far East, or someone who imports them from the Far East, just in a pretty basic wrapper. Nothing particularly special. So the version that I've got here, I'm looking to just extend the stem slightly on my road bike. So I'm swapping the one I've got, which is 90mm for 100mm. And just to give you a closer up look there. A couple of things that, or actually one thing that I don't like about it is the colouring on it. So you can see the painting on there, it's just, for me, it just makes it look a little bit cheap. But there is a fix. I can show you a fix for that now. So these stems come in 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130 millimeters. I think that's the limit. They also come in two angles, so you'll get a ±7 and ±9 or ±17. Okay, so out of the box, out of the wrapper, this is the 100mm stem. Just cut that off. So 100mm 7 degree, 100mm 9 degree. That is 109 grams. Now I'll just show you a couple of others that I've got lying around to compare. Right, this is an Eastern EA70, so well regarded, good quality stem. 139. This will also be more expensive. So these Kalloy Uno 7050s will probably cost you somewhere in the region of about £25 as they come. So it'll be cheaper. This is a 3T Team 115, and that is a shorter version. It's -17, and I believe it's an 80mm. And then a couple of others. I've got, which are the same Kalloy Unos in different lengths. So I think this is 120 minus 17, so that's 117 grams. This one does feature, I think, 2 titanium bolts on it, but I'm not sure why I've only got 2. And then this one is a 90mm -7, so 104 grams. So you can see they're pretty lightweight stems. What you'll also see, get this out of the way, is although they're exactly the same, I've taken all the paint off it. Now I'll go through why. I do it because I just don't like the decals on this, and it doesn't match the bikes very well. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. The other thing I can show you is, so these stems, so that one is 120 minus 17, they'll come, so these stems will come with steel bolts in them, and this is some I've taken out. I'll just see you that. So the steel bolts themselves weigh 22 grams for steel. What you can buy, and relatively cheaply, is titanium bolts. Now these ones are anodized black, I prefer that all black look. They'll cost you maybe £10. So your total spend on the whole stem is going to be about 35. 12 grams there. They'll also not rust. So 21, so that's another 10 grams saved. So sort this out, and to get this paint off, because all it is a paint finish that goes on top. Just got some sticker remover. This one is HG sticker remover, and yeah, designed to take sticky stuff off, but it'll also take paint off. It's a job. It'll take a little while, a little bit of time, and what I will do is leave on certain things. So I leave on, there's one little decal there, says 5 Newton meters, and then inside it'll tell you the length and the type, the angle of the stem. I'll leave those on, and then there's also another one there giving the torque, so 5 to 7 Newton meters. Everything else I'll take off. So all I use to do that, put some of that sticker remover on a paper towel and rub it onto the stem. It's not going to do anything to the aluminium. It doesn't affect it at all. Literally just takes the paint off. Just be careful where you get it. Try not to get it in hands. One little tip I'll give, because they can take a long time. If you wrap it, so put some on a paper cloth, wrap it, and then just get a zip tie or something just to hold that in place. Leave that for maybe an hour, and then come back to it, and you'll see that it'll have stripped off at least the start of it. Some of the other some colours are worse than others, and it needs a bit more work. So about halfway through, as you can see, all of the white is off now. That's probably taken maybe 10 minutes. That doesn't take too long. The hard bit is to get this red paint off. This take a little bit of while. We'll have a shot now. Okay, so I have now finished. There it is. Took probably an hour in total, not constantly trying to get it off. I left it for a little while, and that did a big job, and when it came back to it, it takes it off really easily. So yes, there it is. One quite light, I think quite nice looking stem for very cheap. I've added titanium bolts to this one that I had. We'll see what it weighs. Okay, so 100mm stem, 98 grams, and that probably cost you about £35. Now there are lighter stems, there are, you know, different kind of stems for sprinting or whatever, but I think, to be honest, you're going to struggle to find a better, cheaper stem than this. So yeah, big thumbs up from me. I really like them, and continue to keep using them on all my different bikes. So hopefully it's of use to some people, maybe save you some money and get a nice stem in the process. So if you enjoyed it, please subscribe to the channel. And yeah, always going to be doing little bits with lightweight parts. I'm a big weight weenie, and things like this, especially when it's on a budget, it's always good. Thanks.